We're going to show now the capability of the tool of generating very specific custom report. We have done some search and investigations manually, but let's say that we get a hang of it and we want to, instead of doing all this clicking, we're going to get reports that can be mailed to the appropriate people automatically. So let's do some. Let's take on the Windows group of application. Um, we can select, for example, here we see that there is a pencil onto the report. That means that the report can be customized, and there are some examples you can work with. So if we click here on the pencil for event activity by users, the first thing that you can obviously do is that you can create a new report, or change the name and put a different name, some description. You can put it in the standard report center, which is where we are, or if you want to add it to something specific of your regulation, you can add it to the SOX, GLBA, HIPAA, PCI, etc. Type of the regulation. You can also put it on the section. We will see the section here: detailed report, firewall report, configuration tools. We're going to leave it right now in the custom report example, and you can put some text here. On the layout, you have, this is the more general way of using it, where you lay out all the information. One that is particularly interesting here is the threshold report. Here we get a warning saying that the data is going to be altered. And you can say, for example, give me every time that we have 10 of those events in 2 minutes. I want to know about it. So let's go back to the other format. What we can do here is we can add columns and add more information to the report. And we're going to show you, well, let's show that piece right now. If we run this report the way it is, we see that we have all these events, and if we edit that report, we can actually add some columns into it, and we can, for example, add the who detail, and I want to put that at the beginning. I want to add, for example, who by login name, and you can add different components on all the different W's. And if you run that report again, you see those columns added. You can also go back and modify the report further. You can have it produce charts. Some people like this particular format, particularly if you are sending that to some executives. In the event selection, you can select policy exception, all the events. You get here, it tells you all these are all the events. If you want only the policy exception, if you want the policy exception and a special attention, you get this intersection. If you also want the failure, you get you can select the type of events that you want to report upon. For example, can leave these to all events. Here is a very interesting thing that this report allows you. And here what you can do is that you can you can put some conditions to evaluate on some fields. And for example, you can say, well, I want the this report to be specific to who is equals to, for example, Mr. Hoffbauer. You can just put that and click add here. That condition is going to be created. So if we run the report now, we see that these are only the events reported on raw fault power. And we can specify more actions in there. We can, for example, add another condition and say here, well, I also want to do it on the where detail, or where, for example, platform name exchange. And you add that condition, and then when you run the report, if there's data for it, you'll see that data. Yeah, here you are, only a subset of that data by that platform. It's extremely flexible. The capability of creating a report, you can save it on a PDF format, and in Excel format, web-based, and CSV. You can have it printed here from the system. Very flexible. And remember, you can always send those reports via email to the different constituencies.